In this video, I'll show you how to track your net worth, and I'll give you a free and simple to use bonus tracker. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Greatness Everyday YouTube channel. My name is Matt, and here on this channel, I make videos that challenge and encourage you to upgrade your mindset, upgrade your money, and more. So if you're interested in finding out when new videos come out, go down and hit the subscribe button. Today, we're talking about something that I've taken from an actual lesson in my 6 Principles of Successful Investing course. In that course, I created it solely to help beginners and intermediates learn how to become a successful investor using the 6 principles that I've used to 4x my net worth. So what I'm going to show you here today is an actual video lesson from that. I'm also going to give you the exact tracker that I use. And so if you want any information about that course, I've linked that down below, as well as the tracker in the numbers format for Mac or Excel for those Windows users out there as well. So you're going to find a format of this tracker that I use, this spreadsheet that's really easy. I designed it and did all the work for you. So you literally just have to plug in some words and numbers. It's going to be great, easy to use. If you have questions, let me know in the comments section. But this is the tracker right here. So you're going to see that there's a few key pieces to this that we have to go over. Very first thing, as you've learned earlier in kind of the 6 Principles course, is there are a very few things that matter when it actually comes to your finances, and it actually comes to tracking your net worth, which is the whole goal. We want your net worth to continuously be increasing. So when we look at that, every month you should be tracking your net worth. And really, if you don't want to go out and track a lot of things, you don't want to have a daily budget and all those things, really, I'd encourage you to track your net worth, because that is the only thing that matters if you're looking at improving and growing your wealth time after time. And I believe the best kind of interval to do that is at least every month. Some people choose to do it every 2 weeks. I do it every month. And since I've done this, I've really seen my net worth begin to grow, because I believe what you track grows. And if you're not tracking it, you don't know where your money is. And if you don't know where your money is, most likely it's not with you. So this is the tracker that I use. There's a few things. Number one, the first column in blue are the assets. And with assets, that's basically anything that you go ahead and have that puts money into your pocket. So that's an asset. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. And these are highlighted in pink there. I don't know why I blanked, in pink. And then the total net worth that you have is basically a really simple equation. And if we keep personal finance as simple as it is here, you're really going to start seeing some areas that you can improve on. Net worth equals assets, subtract your liabilities. And that's really it. That is the basic kind of goal that comes down. And you can increase your net worth a few different ways. You can increase your assets while keeping your liabilities the same, or you can keep your assets the same and you can go ahead and decrease the amount of liabilities that you have. So really, your assets go up and your liabilities go down is the goal of everything that we're talking about here. So I've given you a few example assets here. You're going to notice I'm into January. Let's just say you started this at the beginning of the year. You can rearrange these in any order just by clicking and dragging, moving them around. You can rename them. You can copy paste. It doesn't matter. Make this tracker your own. But let's just say I start in January. I've given a few example assets here as salary, investments, and retirement. But I've also left space as you go down this entire column for 20 different assets. And that's awesome. If you've got 20 assets, you're probably really, really good with your money, and you've probably got a lot coming in as well, even if each one individually is contributing just a little bit. But the same works for liabilities over here with the assets category. Anytime you want to add another one, you can just go ahead and click add a new column if you want to, or add a new row, I should say, above or below. And it's just going to enter that in there if you choose to do that. But really, I might have more than this. Yes, I've got my basic salary. Yes, I have my investments. But when I use this tracker for myself, I actually have my stock investments. I actually have my passive income and spare change investments. I actually have my crypto investments and a bunch of other things on top of that. So really make this tracker your own and add however many columns and rows that you need to here. But let's just say I'm going to go in and say I make $4,000 a month for my salary. Let's just say I have about a total of, easy number here, $25,000 in investments. Let's say in my retirement, I've also contributed $25,000 there over the course of my time working. And then let's say, obviously an important thing, let's say in my savings account, let's add another row here. Let's say I have $10,000, right? You're going to notice that as you enter these numbers in at the very bottom, your assets total is going to be highlighted here. So you're going to see that number, $64,000, as your total amount of assets. So you don't have to add those numbers up. I created this spreadsheet, so it's going to do that for you. And let's jump over here into our liabilities. So some example liabilities that you might have would be your credit card. It could be bills that you have. It could be mortgage, maybe your car payment, something else, right? When you go ahead and say, let's use an example of $2,000 credit card bill. Let's say I have a phone bill that's $105. Let's say for my mortgage, I'm paying, I don't know, $1,000, keeping numbers easy. When I enter those numbers, the same thing that it did for the assets total, it tallies up your liabilities total as well. So you have $3,105 total for your liabilities. What this is going to do now, remember that equation that I said, personal finance net worth comes down to a really simple equation. Your assets subtract your liabilities. You're going to see that it is up here, the total net worth, $60,895. So that means in that month, you had your net worth increase by that amount because your assets are significantly larger than your liabilities. And if you're trying to grow your net worth, like I said, that's the best way to do it. Have your assets much larger than your liabilities, and that's going to happen month in, month out. But you're going to also notice as well, if this number is bigger than zero, I created the tracker to make that green. Green meaning money, green meaning go, green meaning continue doing what you're doing. And this is something that I want to see every single month. And there are months where that's not the reality sometimes, right? Maybe you have a lot of investments that you need to make. Maybe you're buying things for your business. I know for me, I just bought some new light kits for my YouTube channel, for my online course, and all the video production I do. And those were expensive. I wish they were cheaper, but they're not. And I also understand that it's an investment in me and in my business that's going to pay off down the line. So some months, something comes up, your car breaks down, you have to get a new one, you're moving, there's a lot of expenses with that. It doesn't matter what it is, just understand that does happen, but the goal should be to increase and see that green amount every single month. And some months, it could only be $100, $1,000, right? And some months it might be $15,000, $20,000 that is still increasing. But seeing that green net worth there month after month is a really good goal. More on that in a second. Let's just say your assets and liabilities. Let's say you had a mortgage of, I don't know, you went to LA and you had some crazy house that you got for an amount of time there. There, that's better. Well, not better, but let's use this as an example. You had a crazy high mortgage, or you rented a spot for a whole month in LA in Beverly Hills, right? You're going to notice that if this number is less than zero, it's going to show up pink or red there as well. So let's jump back to kind of where we would see a more normal situation potentially. And with this net worth calculator, I really encourage you to add any notes here. So let's just say, if you look at some of these numbers, well, you had a lot of savings, right? Maybe say received a bonus at work this month to start the year. Okay, that could be something. It could say whatever you want. Maybe you got a bonus, as I just showed you there. Maybe you had a lot of expenses. Maybe you got refocused back on growing your money, growing your personal finance. You can put those notes in there. And as you revisit those notes month after month, year after year, you're really going to learn a lot about your personal finance kind of habits that you have, spending habits, saving habits, etc. So this is something I would really encourage you to go ahead and do. But one thing I will say here is as you go through the months, let's say February, March, April, right? You can fill this information in. The yearly summary is what I want you to be revisiting time after time. That way you can see your progression throughout the year. So the information was pulled from that January spreadsheet. It's showing up the number, it's showing up in green. And what we're going to want to do is as we go through these months, like I said, we want to see green. We want to see green month after month. That just means that we're getting better, we're improving. Is that likely? Is that realistic? No. Should you be too hard on yourself? If that isn't the case, no, but you definitely want to see more green months than you do red months. That's kind of the goal that I have, understanding that things happen, right? But that is the goal, progressing forward all the time. So, what I've done here is I'm going to link this spreadsheet down in the video description below. It's free for you to download. If you are a Mac person, the numbers file is there. If you're a Windows person, the Excel file is there. They should both work. If you have any questions, let me know down below. But I'm also going to link the course. This lesson is from my 6 Principles to Successful Investing course. As I've talked about here before, I just want to give you a quick run down of what is in that course specifically. I designed it because I was one of those people that learned what it took to be a good investor, and then I took advantage of the opportunity I was presented with. And like I said, my money has grown significantly. These are principles that I've used and I've developed and I've worked with. And I'm giving you some of the tips and tricks that I've used in this course. So obviously there's a beginning section, why I made this course, your keys to success. I've actually put this one in now. Schedule your free discovery session. So if you want to jump on a call with me, we can talk about what your goals are, what you're interested in, and how this course can help you. That is going to be in there as well. I'd love to get to know who you are, kind of what your goals are, where you come from, etc. Investing. What is investing? Why should people invest? Why is it the best way, in my opinion, to multiply your money? The investing mindset, the value triangle, a solid foundation, and then we've got the principles: setting a goal, making a plan, doing your research, diversifying, no emotional investing, buying low, selling high, your next steps, and then the resources that are there. So I've linked that down below as well. If you have any questions at all, answer. I'm going to get back to you as quickly as I can. Please let me know, and I'm excited to see how this can help you. So if this video helped you, please hit the thumbs up button. Let me know any comments or questions you have down below, and subscribe to this channel to find out when more videos related to mindset, money, and more come out. Thanks for watching. Remember, choose greatness every day, and I'll see you next time.